Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Assalamu alaikum. So today's program is all about Apna and its journey of compassion, the journey of compassionate services for humanity everywhere in USA, in Pakistan, and globally. We wanted to give an overview of what Apna has been doing, what it is doing this year, and what we hope for the future. We would like this to be an interactive session, so we're trying to keep the presentations short and sweet, so everybody in the room can ask questions and learn more. We hope that you guys will be inspired to be involved more and also spread the word. We had a good time last night. People say sometimes Apna is all about halla gulla. That's a favorite word they use. But we all know that Apna is much more than that, and we want to talk about that today. So I am going to invite Dr. Sajid Chaudhry, President Apna, to say a couple of words, and then we will move right to our first presentation.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Rubina. I will be very brief, and I just want to welcome you all for Apna's compassionate journey. As Rubina said, we all hear negative about Apna, halla gulla, khana pina, but not that. That is just one aspect to bring people together, because the volunteers of Apna who are committed, dedicated, and they give their money, their time, their family time, professional time to this organization for the social welfare, charitable causes, educational causes. They need some relaxation also. So that is fine, that's okay. So today is when I give credit for this program to Rubina. She mentioned to me that we need to highlight Apna's activities, all the work done by Apna committees that needs to be highlighted. So I give the credit to Rubina, and thank you all for coming. Thank you. Oh, I would like to acknowledge Mrs. Shamim Kedwai among us from TCF, chapter of Washington, D.C. Is here among us? I truly appreciate your help. TCF chapter of Washington, D.C. They helped us to establish a first primary school in Munirabad village, which was built by Apna, and I really appreciate your efforts. And she has also promised to take it to a higher level, to build a middle school and secondary school for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Chaudhry. Our next presenter is Dr. Shahid Sheikh. He is the chair of Social Welfare and Disaster Relief Committee this year. He has chaired the committee before as well.
Thank you, Bina. In fact, we were just told that our talks will be 5 minutes each, so that there will be a lot of time for the discussion and interaction at the end of the meeting. So I will just summarize few things in next few minutes. Apna SWDRC or Apna's civic engagement or humanitarian projects are not limited to just one committee. Just to let everyone know that Apna have about 50 component societies, alumni, and the state chapters, and each chapter is doing at least 2 or 3 projects of their own. And then Apna SWDRC oversees and help out and have their own national projects. So there are, at any given time, there are at least 100 projects going on under the umbrella of APNA for different humanitarian projects or so on. SWDRC is the organization which deals with the social welfare and the disasters. Our real impact was in 2005 when there was earthquake in Pakistan, and we had to help urgently, and that's when this committee came in. And since then, it have led the APNA's humanitarian arm and have done multiple projects in different areas, including disaster relief, community work, medical education, collaborating with other organizations, and different medical projects. I will not go into the details. Some of those are around here, and we can always, and there are many more which can be discussed with the time. Now, the main few things about APNA SWDRS projects is from here. All right, thank you. I was not even looking over there. All right, so the first few things to remember about APNA SWDR projects is that it is free of cost to the patients and their families. And there is no overhead charge. APNA charge 0%. Every single dollar which is gathered for any projects is spent on a project, comparing to the other organization which may take 30 to 50% as an overhead charges. All of our volunteers work free, and we have a strict oversight on all the projects, and we give regular updates to the donors. There are a number of projects which are long-term projects, and there are short-term projects. For example, in 2016, we took the ongoing projects which are still going on. Dr. Aisha Zafar, I have an honor to have her as my advisor, and she's my mentor also. I will say up loud. And she's involved in many of those projects. One is Munirabad Village, which we are continuing for many years to come. Then there's a cataract surgery projects, which is going on, and Ramadan food packages. We have Zakat funds going on, and Thar clean water projects, which are going on from the previous years. So far, we have collected this much money for those projects, and all the more help will be really appreciated. Our three primary projects for this year, which are long-term projects. One is the cleft lip, cleft palate projects, which are being helped by the Cincinnati and Ohio chapters and some alumni. Then we have a cornea transplant initiative, which was initially started by the King Edward class of 2015 with the collaboration of Lion Clubs, and with a special thanks to Fawad Zafar, because this was his brainchild. Is Fawad here? Please give a big hand of applause. And thank you very much for that project. We really appreciate that. This is an excellent thing. And Dr. Aisha Zafar is coordinating that project. She will say a few words about that in a minute. Then we have Thar clean water projects, which my dear friend Abdul Majid Bhai is coordinating. He's a co-chair with us also. And it is a Liaquat Medical College alumni collaboration. The cornea transplant, we have about 170 plus corneas are already transplanted, right? Right? For?
As of this morning, it's 200.
Excellent. So, and it is going on in Peshawar, Faisalabad, Lahore, and Karachi, and depending upon the more contributions we get, it will expand, as we say. The total cost is about $250 per dollar, and so far we have received more than 70,000 in donation, and please keep on contributing because this is a long-term project. It's free of cost to the families. And pictures can speak more than words. So this is the young fellow before cornea transplant and the same guy after transplant. And second project is our clean water, which is last year about 84 wells were installed. Cost for one well is 500, and we so far have gained 22,000, and I was told that almost 50,000 have been collected so far, and another 50 has been contributed, so we are hoping to keep that project for a long time to come, and Majid Bhai will go and explain that in a little bit more detail. These are the few pictures of that project, which is a few wells, which is still ongoing, and we may remember some of our colleagues here. I think they are the ones sitting. Now, the third project, which is very close to my heart is cleft lip, cleft palate repair projects. Its cost is about 250 per patient, and it is for the poor who cannot afford it. It is a very common issue, and 1 in 1,500 live births, many of them die by the time they're adult. Is early detection and timely surgery is the key. So we have developed a collaboration with a number of plastic surgery departments in which we offer a full package which have identifying the patient, the surgeries, the ICUs, the anesthesiologist cost, and so on, and also the speech therapy and follow-up. So surgeries are being done currently in Faisalabad, Peshawar, Quetta, and Karachi, and these are the few pictures of those who have already got the surgeries. It was initially started at pilot in Faisalabad. More than 20 surgeries are already done. Now it is expanded into 4 more cities, and almost every day someone is getting a surgery in any of those places. And these are the few pictures of those who already got the surgeries done. This young lady is 25 years old, and she was still not able to have the surgery, and is from a village close to Faisalabad. She had her surgery done, and in December she is getting married. So one person at a time, one patient at a time, and you can bring the change. And please donate to these projects, and we'll really appreciate your help. If at the end, my input is needed or anyone need any questions, I will be available to answer. Thank you very much for your patience. And I think I'll have Dr. Rubina to please take over from here. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Shahid Sheikh. In 2005, was the first time I heavily became involved with Social Welfare Committee because the earthquake in Pakistan had happened. And I think that was the year when the real value of the work that APNA does made its impact in Pakistan. And that is when I also met with Aisha Zafar, who's our next presenter, an awesome person and a humanitarian, and she's going to talk about a couple of projects.
Habib, can you please set it up? तुम जाके फिर बता देना तो इधर ही बैठ जाओ।
Just sit here on this side, so I don't cross the video.
So how do I just go down for this?
Just go down.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Aisha Zafar, as Rubina and I just mentioned. So I'm actually going to tell you a little story about a village which is known as Munirabad, and it's in the south of Punjab. This village was heavily damaged during the floods, which were in 2010. So Dr. Mubashir Rana, who's actually sitting here, one of our past presidents, was in the area, and he was volunteering to help some of the patients who needed help there. And this village was identified at that time. Several NGOs and several organizations had come and promised these people that we are going to build homes for you. This is 4 months actually after the floods, and this is the living condition of how these people were living. An average family there is about anywhere from 7 to 8 people in one family. So we decided to build homes for these people, and you won't believe it, the cost of these homes is $1,000. Each home had a huge bedroom, which huge from their standard. There was a little bathroom, a kitchen, and there's the courtyard in there. And in each of these homes, there were anywhere from 7 to 10 people. And Dr. Shahid Yusuf, who's standing here, actually interviewed some of these people. These people speak Saraiki, and I can speak some Saraiki. My father was from Multan. And it was amazing to hear what these people had to say. I still remember one of the gentlemen who said to us in Saraiki, "Tusi sanu mahal bana ke ditta hai." So, here we are living in homes which everyone, people are living in $1 million homes, and so you've built a home for $1,000, and this person thinks that you have built a palace for them. These are some of the pictures, the families who were living there. They had issues with clean water, so we got a water purification system there, and this is a picture of that. So when the village got destroyed, obviously there was no school there as well. So this is how the kids, as we call in Pakistan, Tart Wali school, jiske upar a lot of Apna physicians have told me that when they lived in villages, they went to schools like that. So this was our biggest challenge in the area because we thought that, by building the homes, you will get done with it. But then you start getting involved with the families, and there were all these kids, and they needed schooling. So we worked with various organizations, Tamir Millat and CARE and many other places, but we continue to have issues in terms of having a permanent school, and that's where Mrs. Shimmi Kidwai and Dr. Sajid Chaudhry just recognized her. She was a godsend for us because she came, Dr. Aisha Najib introduced me to her, and she is the chair of the Citizens Foundation Washington, D.C. chapter, and we started working with them, and she promised that she's going to build a school. As you know that we have various projects in Apna, so it's difficult to raise, the cost of the school is $215,000. We were able to raise about $45,000. The remaining amount, about $170,000, were contributed by Mrs. Shimmi Kidwai and her chapter, and they also contributed $36,000 for the maintenance of these schools. So here is a picture of the plaque. The school just started about a month ago. There you can see the Apna Muzaffargarh campus of the TCF school. And this is how the school is. It still needs some landscaping, but from what we saw before, and I'm also very grateful to Shimmi, who has promised that she's going to build a secondary school for us. So any contributions that we can get from the Apna family will very much be appreciated. So here's a picture. You can see Dr. Aisha Najib. She's standing in the far left. Aisha, can you please stand up? Aisha went there specially. She volunteered. She worked with these kids, and this is, so I just want to, this is an interesting picture because you can see the uniforms here. So we wanted uniforms for the kids, and Dr. Manzoor Tariq is here. I don't know if his wife is here, but I want to acknowledge him. They went to this place, and they donated sewing machines, and so we actually bought what we call than of fabric, like rolls of fabric, and the ladies in the village stitched these uniforms with those sewing machines which had been donated. You can see the backpacks here. The backpacks were donated by the Apna members, and one of the amazing sites I found for fundraising is my own Facebook. So we only needed like $3,000. I think I posted it, and by that evening, I'd actually raised the amount. So the backpacks were provided by many of you. The most interesting thing is about the shoes. So this project is known as SOLES, S-O-L-E-S, SOLES for Souls. And most of the kids, when we saw the initial pictures, no one had any shoes because it's too expensive for the family. It's like an accessory that they think was not really needed. So Bata and Service Industries collaborated with us. They gave a donation, and you can see that all these kids, they were so excited. There's a picture I'm going to show you here. They decided actually to give shoes to every kid in the village. So look at the happiness on these kids' face that they were given the shoes by them. Along with all these issues, we also ran into healthcare problems. We were not able to hire a physician. No doctor wanted to go and work in a village as small as this, but there is a dispensary. You can see the gentleman here. So we are seeing 60 to 70 patients here every day, and they have common ailments like upper respiratory, gastrointestinal, a lot of dehydration, skin problems. The cost for sponsoring this dispensary is $500 a month, and that is also coming from the Zakat funds and from donations that we are getting from members like you. Now, when we had these medical camps, we realized that there was a big problem we ran into was eye problems. I would say almost none of the people living in this village had ever been seen by an eye doctor. So let me just go down. So that is when we started working with LRBT, which is the eye hospitals, free hospitals in Pakistan. The first camp that we held there, the cost is $2,000 per camp. 300 patients are seen, and 30 to 40 of these patients require surgery or are taken back to the LRBT eye hospitals. So I just wanted to share these figures. When we started, it was difficult to get funding for that, but we have had several eye camps which have been sponsored by the members. Pakistan Association of Memphis has been a very generous donor. They give us every year anywhere around $10,000 to $12,000 for this. 9,000 patients have been seen, 900 surgeries have been performed, and we recently Again, it was fundraising which was done on the Facebook. We raised about $10,200 through that. Again, mainly coming from the APNA members. And I'm also it's very pleasing to see that a lot of these donations also do come from non-APNA members who have the faith and trust in APNA, where they feel that their funds will be utilized for a project like this. I just wanted to share some pictures of the most recent ICAM that we have done. You know, one thing, there was one picture, I couldn't find that. It's a picture of this elderly lady who had cataract and she could not see, and when she finally had surgery, she saw her grandson after 10 years. And the picture that I got of that is probably one of the most impressive pictures that I've seen. She's crying and she's seeing this grandson who she thought she would never be able to see. So I'm going to go back to this project I wanted. You know, when you have people, so clean water is an issue, and then providing food to these people is another major challenge that we run through. The food was initially just being provided to the people who were in Munirabad, but then the donors started requesting that can we do this and can we expand this to other areas as well. So we are working with this place called Khana Ghar, which is in Khuda Ki Basti in Karachi, one of the poorest areas there. A lady by the name of Mrs. Parveen Saeed has started this. She gives subsidized food at a cost of $3 per plate. The funds are being sent to them, and we are also giving the Ramzan food packages, which is $30 per food package, and it is given for every family. This is from Khana Ghar. There was a huge number of ladies who were widows, single parents. They were the ones who were, they have a list. There's like a primary list and there's a secondary list, and you can see this is just during this Ramzan where the food was given. So moving on from talking about the eye project, when we were doing the eye project, the patients were getting surgeries done for cataract, but the south of Punjab, unfortunately, from those of you who are here, is one of the most neglected areas, as I also realized, is Balochistan and Inner Sindh. Many of these people have had no health care in the past. So we kept on getting requests that people had corneal diseases and they required corneal transplant. The cost in Pakistan is $5,000. The surgeons, charge for their own fee. The corneas come from Sri Lanka, which I've been told were not a very good quality. So the class of '85 from King Edward started this as a personal project, and the initial focus was that there will be anywhere from 5 to 10 corneas which will be transplanted every year. Well, by the grace of God, the project has taken off. The average cost is $200 per cornea, and what I wanted to share, the beauty of the donors and of different people. My brother Fuad Zafar and his class were the ones who started the project. So he was getting the corneas from Tampa Eye Bank Society. And the interesting thing is, a month passed. The lady gave us corneas worth $25,000, never asked for a single penny. And when he finally asked her, she said, you know what, I have the trust in you, I have the faith in you, and I know that you guys are doing what you're supposed to do. So we have recently expanded the project to Multan. These are the hospitals where we are doing it at present, and we are also extending it to Bahawalpur, where there is a huge need. Can I show the video? Yeah. Actually, the kids' video, this one, Saima. That's about 30 seconds. So this kid has come from Balochistan. He has come to Karachi. He doesn't speak, I guess he doesn't speak Urdu. So his father is going to talk, and he's just going to tell about his search, about his issues. Can you raise it?
अस्सलामुअलैकुम। आपके बच्चे का नाम क्या है?
मेरे बच्चे का
you very much. Thanks for all your support.
Thank you very much, Aisha. Our next presenter is Dr. Majid Arai. He's going to talk about a water project by Apna.
Assalamu alaikum. A preview has been given by Dr. Shahid Sheikh. I'm going to be very brief. Just to share something, to run the project year after year over there is very easy. And to talk after Aisha Zafar is really difficult. I'll try to make it as much as I can. This is just the, okay, I'm not going to talk about the area we all know, it's all in the media, all in the newspapers, how difficult the remote area this Thar is, what difficulties people face over there from the water to the food shortage. So that has been all there, so we're just going to do what we did. This was an 8-kilometer water pipeline we laid in 2015. You can see Dr. Mubashir Rana was there at the time we inaugurated this. This serves 3 big villages and close to 7,000 people, and this is a permanent kind of a source which is going to be there for years to come. And you will see some comments from the villagers in the video. We can go to the next one. Yeah, let's just go to the video. This is the water they are taking from that water tanks, what were built. Yes, so there are some comments from the villagers on that video.
वाटर सप्लाई लाइन जो खेमे जो पार से होती है वो लपलों से आगे जो कबूले पार तक जाती है वो दी है तो हम ठारू के पास रहवासी हैं हमारे गांव में तकरीबन 700-750 आदमशुमारी 50 तकरीबन मकान आते हैं ये अल्लाह पाक की हमें बड़ी नेमत है डॉक्टर हजरत जो है इनको अल्लाह पाक ने जरिया बनाया हमारे इस थर इलाके डेजर्ट एरिया में पानी जो ज़मीन में बारिशों से स्टोर होता है जब कैद साली होती है यहाँ पानी नहीं होता है तो हम लोग जो है खेमे जो पार जो वाटर सप्लाई जाते हैं वहाँ हर एक के पास सवारी नहीं होती है वहाँ से अगर पैसों पर लेते हैं तो एक जो है ट्रेन तकरीबन 16 किलो का होता है वो तकरीबन 100-125 में पड़ता है यहाँ पानी जो है ज़मीन में जो है नीचे जो है तकरीबन 300-400 फुट तक वो पानी कड़वा है वो पीने के काबिल नहीं है तो अल्लाह पाक ने इनको जज़ा खैरता फरमाए हम लोग इससे बेहद खुश हैं अल्लाह हम दिल से दुआ करते हैं अल्लाह पाक जो है इनको इस सदका जारिया आखिर पीढ़ी इनके लिए अजर सवाब अता फरमाए
अस्सलाम वालेकुम असां गुज कपूरे बार जी तरफां अपना तंज़ीम जेको पाणी असां खे ॾिनो आहे इन जो तमामु घणे बाद शुक्रिया अदा से करियूं था हाजी साहब डॉक्टर साहब असांखे पाणी ॾिनो शुक्रिया अदा करिए
शुक्र दिल जले गाला 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 दिल जले गाला दिल जले गाला दिल गाला
शुक्र
इसके बाद दूसरा वीडियो. This was the actually the you can see the faces of these people and we met multiple of them. They have a joy on their face the day the pipeline was inaugurated, and some of them made comments that we never even dreamed about this in our lifetime we are going to have access to clean and sweet water. So this was we completed in 2015. From the last year we have completed another 84 pumps in those areas where the water is
this
sweet
is village
underneath.
Duberi,
And this is one of the
and Ibara is Mola Bakshmala Duberi. It is given by, donated by LMC alumni of Napna, and here we have come to inaugurate the installed hand pump. They have given us 80 hand pumps in 80 different villages. We have installed all. Today we are completing the project of 80 hand pumps. These are women you see here have come to fetch the water. This is their homes. There are 7 family members living here and very poor persons, laborers. They do the labors on the donkeys and then earn the money, livelihood. Now we are asking them about their water. खातून तो आगे पानी कितना भरी दिया है हैं पढ़ती कौन है अम्मा आगे पानी कितना दी भरे वो किथे है पुत्र ही लगो अगे मैं कितना भरी दी है वो तब परे है अच्छा हलाए पानी दिसा पानी मिठो है वा
Okay. So this was just we finished this project continuing from the last year in March, and inshallah we plan to continue from year to year. And we really thank you, Dr. Sajid Chaudhry, and our next president, Dr. Iqbal Zafar Hamid, who has pledged that they will cooperate with us for the years to come. Before I just finish, I just want to acknowledge Dr. Khalid Maiman up here, who has been with me from the Liaquat alumni. And we have Chaudhry Ehsan visiting from Pakistan, who has provided us all the support on ground there with his transportation, with his driver, with his home for us to live, and not even a single penny out of the donations went for that purpose. So thank you very much. We'll appreciate any donations.
Can I ask you one question? Sure. They were talking about salty water and you were talking about sweet water. So do you dig deeper in? How do you get it?
10% area of the whole Thar where the water is sweet, and that's where the pumps are.
Wow. So you're transporting them all the way with the pipes to the other villages?
The pipes are, there are some existing pipes before, and what is happening is that they have the water points, and for each water point from those pipes, 10-kilometer radius area people are coming on their donkeys, on their carts, on barefooted to collect the water. So we have given that extension from that line of 8 kilometers to the people who were coming from 10 kilometers. Some of them got this water in their village. Some has shortened the distance, half a kilometer, so that was a big deal for them.
Great job. Great job.
Thank you, Dr. Majid. And it looks like that this topic has hit a sensitive note in a lot of people's heart. We all know the importance of water and what the situation in Pakistan is. I would like to acknowledge and invite our special guest for today. I guess he has other commitments, so he would like to say a few words. I was almost going to say doctor. इतनी आदत हो गई है हर एक के साथ डॉक्टर करने की. हमायूं सईद साहब हमारे दरमियान मौजूद हैं. Please give me a warm welcome. We are hoping that he will stay here for longer. People would like to talk to you maybe later, but please.
जी बस पिक्चर्स बहुत ज़रूरी है. अस्सलाम वालेकुम. मैं हर साल सुनता था कि अमेरिका के अंदर एक कन्वेंशन होता है अपना के नाम से, और हमेशा मैं पूछता था क्योंकि काफ़ी एक्टर्स यहाँ हमारे जो एक्टर्स हैं, सिंगर्स हैं, हमेशा आते थे. तो मुझे हमेशा ये होता था कि मैं भी कभी जाऊँ, और मुझे होता था कि कोई मुझे बुला नहीं रहा, और मुझे मेरा बड़ा इंटरेस्ट था. तो इस बार मुझे ये मौका मिला कि काशिफ अंसारी भाई ने मुझे यहाँ बुलाया, और आई एम वेरी हैप्पी. होता क्या है कि ये डॉक्टर्स जो हमारा एक परसेप्शन है पाकिस्तान के अंदर के जो भी मुल्क से बाहर लोग हैं जो बहुत मुल्क का नाम रोशन करते हैं, उनमें एक आईटी वाले कहे जाते हैं, और दूसरा जो परसेप्शन है वो यही है कि डॉक्टर्स जो हैं वो पूरी दुनिया में हमारे जो पाकिस्तानी डॉक्टर्स हैं जो मुल्क से बाहर हैं या मुल्क के अंदर हैं वो बहुत कमाल कर रहे हैं और बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं. तो ये माशाल्लाह से ये परसेप्शन पूरे पाकिस्तान में हम आपको उसी नज़र से देखते हैं. और लेकिन जो आज मैं ये काम देख रहा हूँ और जिस तरह ये आप जो भी आपकी मैनेजमेंट है, ये जो अपना का पूरा जो फंक्शन और ये जो कन्वेंशन पूरा चलाती हैं वो बहुत कमाल है, और मैं बहुत इम्प्रेस हुआ हूँ. और ज़ाहिर है जिस तरह मेरा इंटरेस्ट पहले था और मैं यहाँ पहुँच गया हूँ, इस तरह बहुत से एक्टर्स और बहुत से लोग हैं जो इस कन्वेंशन में आना चाहते हैं हर साल, और डेफिनेटली वो ज़रूर आएंगे. और मैं जाके वही बताऊंगा जो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस यहाँ रहा है. और दूसरा ये कि जो भी काम आप लोग कर रहे हैं अपने मुल्क के लिए, वाकई उसकी बहुत ज़रूरत है, चाहे वो थर हो चाहे वो हमारे मुल्क में एजुकेशन सिस्टम हो, चाहे वो हॉस्पिटल्स हों. जो यहाँ पे अमेरिका में या दूसरे मुल्कों में देखा गया है वो यही है कि जो आम ज़िंदगी की जो चीज़ें हैं वो यहाँ पे मैसर हैं, चाहे वो पानी है, चाहे वो खाना है, इलाज है. और पाकिस्तान में इन्हीं चीज़ों की कमी है, और मेरे ख़्याल से आप लोग हैं जो ये सब कोशिशें कर रहे हैं जो पाकिस्तान में ये सारी जो इस कमी को दूर किया जाए. तो थैंक यू सो मच मुझे यहाँ बुलाने के लिए, और तस्वीरें अगर खिंचवानी है तो मैं ज़रूर तैयार हूँ. जी, यलगार मूवी का अगर ऐसी बात यहाँ कर सकते हैं तो मैं ज़रूर करूँगा. मैं तो बड़ा अपने आप को ऐसे रखा हुआ है मैंने. हाँ ज़रूर जी. बस मैं ये कहूँगा एक बात के फ़िल्में हमारी पाकिस्तान में आहिस्ता आहिस्ता बनना शुरू हुई हैं. और मैं जब पहले यहाँ आता था दूसरे ममालिक में, जब भी हम आते थे, चाहे अमेरिका आए, तो इंडियन फिल्में बहुत देखता था. यहाँ पे लगती हैं, अभी भी देखते हैं लोग. तो मैं बहुत सोचता था कि काश कभी पाकिस्तानी फिल्में भी सिनेमा में लगें, स्पेशली दूसरे मुल्कों में. तो अब ये शुरू हो गया है और माशाल्लाह से लगना शुरू हो गई. लेकिन मैं देख रहा हूँ कि अमेरिका के अंदर यूके की बनिस्बत ज़रा बिज़नेस कम होता है. आई थिंक अमेरिका बहुत बड़ा है, उसमें हमें भी बड़ा मसला होता है फिल्म को मार्केट करना, उसे फैलाना आप लोगों तक. ये सबको आपको पता हो कि यलगार लगी है या जवानी फिरनी आनी लगी है, तो ये ज़रा मुश्किल काम है. जवानी फिरनी आनी आप लोगों ने देखी थी. मगर मैं ये कहूँगा कि आप पाकिस्तानी फ़िल्मों को भी सपोर्ट किया करें. जब भी लगे आपको, किसी भी तरह पता चले, तो कोशिश ज़रूर करें कि अपने मुल्क की फ़िल्म ज़रूर देखने के लिए जाएं. अभी हाँ ये अभी मैं आपको समझाऊंगा. एक्चुअली डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के बहुत इश्यूज़ हैं. अभी हमारी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन
बात ये है कि हुमायूं साहब अभी कन्वेंशन में है, कहीं जा नहीं रहे हैं, और आपको तस्वीरों का बड़ा अच्छा मौका मिलेगा. डाउ के बूथ पे हैं आप?
जी हाँ.
कितने बजे से कितने बजे तक? हाँ, तो ये इसके बाद मैं वैसे आप अगर चले गए ना तो इन सब लोगों ने पीछे पीछे चले जाना है. आप खुदा के वैसे बैठ जाइए. जी
तो ये जितने बैठे हैं हम देखते हैं कितने पैसे जमा करेंगे. जो मकसद है, जिस मकसद के लिए नींद छोड़ के आए,
हम फंडरेजिंग नहीं
तो फिर इनसे प्रोजेक्ट अनाउंस करवाएं ताकि हुमायूं उस प्रोजेक्ट को लेके चले अपनी फिल्मों में आगे, बात को आगे बढ़ाएं ना. इतना बड़ा नाम, हमारे मुल्क का सबसे बड़ा हीरो आया है, तो उसको पता होना चाहिए, लोगों को लग पता जाना चाहिए.
तो फिर ये हुमायूं साहब, आपका मशवरा बहुत अच्छा है, और ये हुमायूं साहब के लिए चैलेंज है कि वो फिर बैठ के हमारे प्रोजेक्ट्स में से एक चूज़ कर लें और अपनी मूवी का सब्जेक्ट बनाएं.
बिल्कुल ऐसा हो सकता है.
थर पत्थर का हो सकता है. बिल्कुल हो सकता है. देयर यू गो. थैंक यू वेरी मच. थोड़ी देर के लिए बैठ जाइए. ऑर्गन डोनेशन.
ये अवेयरनेस होनी चाहिए, ये होनी चाहिए.
10 मिनट बैठ जाइए. Thank you so much. I really wanted this to be, thank you so much. I really wanted this to be, we all wanted this to be a very interactive session. It is turning out to be so. Not exactly in the direction we had hoped for, but still it's great. Dr. Baba Rao is our next speaker. He's going to talk about medical missions.
So most of the people, so I can start. In this room obviously are these dedicated, hardworking, never tiring people. I have a little phrase for Aisha here, कि जब भी इनको text करो, phone करो, email करो, within 3 minutes she responds. So I don't know how the hell she does it, but इनके बारे में है कि कैसे थक जाऊं मैं, ना जाने किस किस का हौसला हूँ मैं. But basically है कि people like her never get tired, and because there are many people other than your family or profession depending on you. So thank you.
कैसे कहूँ कि थक गया हूँ मैं, न जाने किस किस का हौसला हूँ मैं. Thank you. I think my talk is not this one. Or MedCorps का नाम है. I can. Yeah. Oh boy. Can you play directly from this?
Give me the.
While he's doing that, basically MedCorps is for disaster time and peacetime missions for Apna and Apna family. In this year, thank you for Sajid for choosing me for that job. Our first trip was to going to Pakistan under Mubashir Rana's leadership, where first time in our history he took some Syrian doctors with him to collaborate and do medical charity work in Pakistan. We have done a trip to Guatemala already. We are planning again with Aisha's help going. Here we go. This is actually one of my favorite pictures. This was when I took a team to Haiti right after their earthquake. And this lady obviously was in one of those camps needing help. So, let me go to the next one. Ji.
Sorry for interrupting. Can I make a humble request? Can we please hold off on the pictures for now? Please, I would really appreciate it. Our speakers are really important. Humayun Saab is extremely important too. And I want a picture with him too. So I'm being patient, so please be patient. Thank you.
So going back to, so this was our trip after earthquake in Nepal. And when I was finalizing this trip, Mubashir and Sajid and all of them were in executive council, and the Nasser and everybody, they sure you want to take the team because dangerous there. So anyway, we decided we're going to go, and then on the dining table, I'm talking to my wife and children that, do you think I should really go? They said, because many of the people have dropped, they're not going. And my wife, being a Japanese, she said, no, you should go because you're the team leader. So I went. Then we were on airport in Abu Dhabi, and one of the Etihad airline guy recognized me from somewhere. Doctor Sahab, kithe chale ho? मैंने कहा मैं खटमंडू जा रहा हूँ. कहता सर पागल हो गए, उत्थों दे बंदे वापस आ रहे ने. So but anyway we went to Nepal, and with Aisha's help we had some donations from Apna, and Aisha helped in collecting that. We basically did medical work there, and we established a community center in a small village where we did the medical clinics too, and we're going back sometime this winter to go back and see how our projects is surviving there. And then obviously you all talked about Pakistan. This was one of done through Apna and Rawalpindi Medical College Alumni Association. After the floods, we made about 200 homes, and we started a girls' school. Now we have 105 girls just graduated from primary grade right now there. Now, this is good because luckily this year there is no disaster, so I didn't have to go anywhere or take my team. But then there are still volunteers and they want to do something, and so what to do? So I thought, okay, maybe we should have something easy within the country so that Apna families, children, they can all help with that. So I'm calling this project, I have discussed with this president now and president-elect, I'm calling it Home First. And in this case, Home America, the home. And we have started a project. I have a student with me, pre-med student. We basically are going throughout the states, looking at each state from health ranking, how bad is the situation in rural areas. And then from the state, we have already found which states. Now we looked at the counties. We know which counties are the poorest county in United States, which really, really need help. So with that, for example, Arkansas, some of you may be from Arkansas here. This is the population, 2.8 million, and about half million people there. They live under poverty, and the definition of poverty in this case is $24,000 for a family of 4 for the whole year. So situation is pretty bad in some of these states or counties. And this is not, by the way, red and blue, Democrat or Republican. These are the counties counties where the situation is red is like the red zone and things are really, really bad. And then these pictures are from the web, from, by the way, United States. This is not from Nicaragua or anything. And some of those places, the rural health is really, really, really bad. Pictures from here in these states. Similarly, Mississippi, the next state, situation is not good in some of these dark counties. And this is how the situation is. These are not photos from Haiti. This is United States. And this is California. So as a sample states, we're going to take 3 states and go to the poorest county, and then we have already done our web research. We have done, now we're talking to the people in rural area, the officials, the people who are helping, and then creating a data to see what is needed, it is true or not. And this is a medical, pre-medical student who's helping me with the project. And we will need all your help as we get started. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Baba Rao. Dr. Chaudhary, I'm going to invite him to say a few words.
Sorry, actually, I have to leave for another program. So before I leave, I want to say on behalf of Apna Executive Committee, Apna membership, I want to thank Humayun Saeed Saab for participating in our program and welcome him to Apna convention. And also I would like to thank Dr. Kashif Ansari, one of our own Apna lifetime member. Thank you for attending our seminar. Thank you.
They can take a picture, but we need to continue on. Dr. Sajid Mahmood, he's going to talk about free clinics.
Which one was yours? This is not yours, right? Which one? SWRC free clinic presentation?
Yeah, is that clinic presentation?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you. All right. Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Apna leadership and membership, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Dr. Sajid Mahmood, and this year I'm chairing Apna National Clinics Committee. Every year, Apna president has his one or two dream project, and Dr. Sajid Chaudhary was no different from them, and he discussed about his dream project to expand the network of clinics and to bank on the work which has already been done in this regard. And so I'm fortunate enough that he gave this duty to me, and we did some groundwork, and then it was decided that we are not going to depend solely on our chapters and alumni, which has been really helpful, but we will collaborate with other organizations, charitable, faith-based organization who had already been doing this kind of activities, and they are in need of our help. So we will partner with all of these institutions. Let me tell you, or start my talk with a little story, that there is a group of Pakistani-descent physicians who has already been volunteering and taking care of community underprivileged people in a small town of Ohio. And there's a local gentleman who has hypertension, diabetes, and gout, and because of disability, he has not been working since year 2002. So fighting with the health-related issues, in 2009, he went to emergency room because of complications of his underlying problems, and then he was taken care of at the hospital, and at the time of discharge, he was referred to one of this free clinic, which was run by Dr. Tariq Sultan, who is one of our Pakistani-descent physician, a Dow graduate. And the gentleman who was treated over there, after being treated, he burst into tears. And when he was inquired that why is it so? So he mentioned that the impression he got from media and news about Muslims is that they all are terrorists. And now, because of the nice attitude and treatment he was offered, that has greatly helped to dispel his misconception. So the moral here is that when a single incident can create a big difference, so we can imagine the power we can bring from an organization-based activity. So without further delay, let me just quickly browse whatever we have been doing since the beginning of this year. So this is my team. Aims and objectives I'm going to just skip. And this is statistics I want to just go over quickly, that Affordability Care Act was approved in 2010, and it came into full effect in 2014, commonly known as Obamacare also. And the lowest number of uninsured patients was in 2015 when it came into full effect. Even then, uninsured non-elderly were 28.5 million people, and that amounts to 1 out of 10 Americans which are without any health care coverage. And it was 4.7 million out of those 13 million are still undocumented. So this is the tragic reality. And our target for this year is to open or collaborate with at least 10 to 15 clinics throughout the nation, and chapters and their leadership, they are motivated and want to work with us. And we are looking into different options for long-term sustainability and talking with their membership and leadership. The way I want to categorize different projects is that there are some chapters who has already fully functional clinic and taking care of patients, such as PPS Apna Clinic in Chicago. Then there are some which are near complete clinics. So near complete clinics are those which has started their project in previous years, and now they are close to completion and starts working pretty soon. And then next category, which is the largest, is existing clinics which are in need of collaboration. And then potential clinics whom we started talking this year, and they have initiated the project, and hopefully by the end of the year they will be in functional state. And the last category is probable projects that chapters have contacted us and their leadership, and they had been planning or thinking about starting these kind of projects, and then we will help them. So this is a quick picture of PPS Apna Clinic. Dr. Imtiaz Arain, those of you who were present yesterday, he went over this, so I'm going to just show you. These are our volunteer physicians who. Then Apna Clinic Northern California chapter, as you can see that they have almost done 90% of their work. They have formed board of directors, 501c3 status has been secured, and now they are working on volunteers and schedule, all those things. And Dr. Mubashir Rana and Dr. Arfa Ahmed, his chapter member, also helping with them. These are the different clinics that we are partnering with. Red Crescent Clinic, Hoover, Alabama. Dr. Ihtisham is here. He's going to talk about a little bit more. And then there's a Apna Clinic, Arizona. They have 2 locations in Phoenix and Tucson. And this is Phoenix, which is more organized and working. They used to hold it every Saturday. Primary care services are provided. They provide prescription cards through Walmart stores, and considering to add lab services also. Clarkson Community Health Center, Georgia. they are also working, and they approached us to for some financial assistance. And everything. Then there is a Southern Texas clinic. Dr. Kazim Hussain, he is like, a front runner for this clinic, and they already started taking care of, patients over there. Muslim Clinic of Ohio, the incident I just talked about, they are working in 2 locations in Cincinnati and Columbus. So Free Clinic of Oklahoma City, we just started talking to them. Then there is a new clinic which is in Virginia area, the picture you are looking at. They are fully functional, but they approached us that they are in some, if we can provide some monetary assistance. Then this is a new project which was brand new and started today, and we are working on that. 501c3 status has been applied, and this will be in collaboration with Islamic Society of Northwestern Suburbs. So we already have a board meeting over there and working on paperwork. So this is the work which we have already done, and at the end, I want your support and your assistance, both in terms of manpower, financial assistance, and those of you who can spread the word around in your local chapters, to please contact me, Dr. Sajid Chaudhary, or our committee, and we will be more than happy to assist. Thank you very much.
So we only have 2 more short presentations. Dr. Babar Chima will inspire you, I promise, and Dr. Habib Chotani will talk briefly about the latest project.
You guys been so gracious, audience here, so it should not take more than 3-4 minutes. So I am chairman of Apna Civic Engagement Committee. It's a ad hoc committee. So and Habib Chotani, he's my colleague in the committee, and he will share our flagship project. Our goal was having civic engagement within our own country through community service. I will just add one thing, that in 2014, I had honor to serve as chair of Social Welfare and Disaster Relief Committee, and we know the pillars are Shahid Sheikh, Aisha, Rubina and Ayat. And in that year, there was one project which I like to mention, that under the leadership of President Asif Rahman, the things which were happening in Pakistan, the atrocities against the minorities. So we thought that we should do something practically in that cause as well. So we supported 3 educational projects in Pakistan. There was one project, it was in Ustarzai. It was 12 miles north of Kohat. There is a school which was started as a primary school, then middle school, university, and then so we supported scholarships for the students who were orphans because their parents were, they had passed away in terrorist attacks. This school is mainly, it's run by local Shiite community, but it's an intra-faith school. Their principal is Sunni, and there is no boundary that any student can be there. And then we supported St. Michael's School in Faisalabad, which is run by the Sisters of Loreto from Pakistani sisters. And the third school was Mukhtar Mai's school in Meerwala, district Muzaffargarh. So that was the project that in 2014 which we supported. With civic engagement, our food pantry, which Habib will share information with you guys, this is our main project this year. Secondly, there are other projects ongoing, childhood obesity, advanced directives. Then another new project we have is addiction recovery and drug abuse issue, which is plaguing our nation right now, and we are working on that to increase awareness within our own communities, and also working with our own addiction specialists with Apna, working with the clinics. The whole idea is that all these projects give us different avenues to work with local community at large and share our heritage, and our religious background with them in this environment of xenophobia. And lastly, Charter of Compassion, that is the project we thought that will give us another vehicle to reach out to the communities. That's why we invited Karen Armstrong, author of Charter of Compassion, who's tonight's keynote speaker. And her document, Charter of Compassion, is based on treat other person the way you want to be treated, on the golden rule. It's inclusive, religious, non-religious, every person can be part of it. And the cities are signing this, the healthcare organizations are signing it, the businesses, So in my city of Louisville, we have signed the Charter of Compassion. And then we have different committees, groups of people who are working with local businesses, asking them to sign the charter formally and then bring that compassion to the roots, which is a real challenge. And similarly, the healthcare, all 3 healthcare organizations in my city have signed it. So we are hoping that all of you guys can become the agents of this vehicle, like for example, city of Milwaukee, somebody can go to their healthcare, their CEO, and then can tell them that I'm a member of APNA, we are working on this initiative, we are part of Karen Armstrong's initiative, and why don't we formally sign the Charter of Compassion and then try to bring it to the roots, similarly with the local businesses. So that is the thing which, if you guys will be interested, you can please ask me and we can work on that. And I'll ask Abib Chotani, my colleague, to just give you guys a quick update on the food pantry. Thank you.
Hello, assalamu alaikum. It would be nice if everybody was here. Humayun Saeed left and half of the crowd left with him. So I was wearing this T-shirt and somebody said, "Are you playing cricket today?" Or is this? I'm supporting Pakistan team, so that's why I'm here. All right. But then at the same time, I am a Pakistani American, and Civic Engagement Committee is targeting things to be done here in the U.S. Our focus in the past have been significantly doing things in Pakistan, but I think as with the new election results and with all the changing behavior, the more involvement here is important. We need to show ourselves in the community here. So that was our main objective for this whole project, was to increase APNA members' involvement in community projects throughout the U.S. by not only financial but also volunteer support at local food pantries. We want the chapters and alumni component society to be empowered in this. So the way we do it is that each of the chapter president or the and the EC of that chapter would select their own food pantry. So they look, if they have a relationship with a food pantry, that's great. If they don't, they can find one of them, or we can ask them, like for example, Feed America is a nationwide food pantry. They have about 250 food pantries. We recommend that they can select one of the food pantry there. Once that is done, if the fund is generated through the chapter, the APNA is going to match money for that. And I'm grateful for Sajid's leadership at this time and the support and the sponsorship which we got from ZT Wealth. So ZT Wealth was able to give $50,000 in support of this at this time, and I'm happy to announce that with the sales of the preferred seating last night, some people may not like that, but with that sale, we were able to generate another $15,000, and I just talked to Sajid that he's going to put in another $10,000. We'll have $50,000 match coming from APNA. So our whole premise is to empower the chapters. We want to give 50 cents to $1 with a maximum of $2,000. And my target, hopefully by the end of this year, that we can support, we can generate $150,000 for this project, and we will be nationwide throughout. So we made these T-shirts, and if you look on the back of the T-shirt, all the alumni chapters and component societies are there. Regardless if they are financially supporting or not, we want everybody to be part of this. And I'm basically working with Jennifer, looking at accounting, trying to be extremely transparent, showing every data, whichever is there, to all the chapters so that there's no confusion, all right? Looking at our footprint, this is our footprint in the US. All the APNA logo signs over here, that's where all the chapters are. And if, it is northeast and also on the coast side on the west, but it's pretty much all over. And we have 15 APNA component societies, which are also all over. So we have a very big footprint, and if we work together, because not all APNA members, not all chapter members are APNA members, right? So there are a lot of chapters who have like 200 members, but they are only part of it. Maybe 30% of them are actually APNA members. So we have to use this force. You know, we are looking at a significant amount of people there, and if even looks we are looking at 50 chapter component society together, and if everybody contribute $2,000, we have achieved the target. It's only $2,000 for that. You know, I think it's really something which we need to work on. As of June 30th, this is the data from there. About 50% of the chapters have either pledged or actually sent money. So we have collected $25,000 already. The money has already been received by APNA for this project. We also have pledges of about $39,000 here. Last year, after the council meeting, I presented this over there to a lot of the chapter presidents and component society, and I got 4 more chapters committing to this. So we are almost at 18 out of 33. And I'm really hoping that the alumni, who are 3 out of 15 right now, we can get some of them involved to get that thing going. A lot of the alumni ask me, we are all over. We are not chapter specific, local specific. So the way AKU did, I'm the AKU president at this time. So what we did was we said, okay, let's see how many people are each, who's donating the money. And we told them, let's pick up your own food pantry. So we picked up 3 food pantry, one in DC, one in Maryland, and one in Dallas. So you can do that in your alumni too. It's not a major amount of money we're talking about. So I really think we should do this, and we appreciate if you can continue doing this. This is the funds which we have already been dispersed. So there are 2 food pantries in Virginia which have been sent, 1 in Tennessee, and then 1 in South Texas chapter, which is the ICNA food pantry. So money has been already sent back to them. We would like them to do a voluntary day, and we will have that, and we'll show it on social media. That's my last slide. And this is actually, they have been handing over the check to ICNA food pantry. We already received that. So these are really good things which have been done here. The more we do it, we can get community involved. Here that we show our positive image to the local community. So we definitely would like people to support this project as much as possible. Thank you very much.
Last but not least, but before I invite Dr. Huck, I have to say that when I get tired of APNA, and then I come to this, yes, it can fatigue you. It can fatigue you. And then you come to seminar like today and hear somebody like Dr. Habib Chotani, and you get inspired and motivated and energized, and you're back up on your feet again, and you're ready to go. And I hope that each one of you will feel the same way by the end of the day. And I feel sorry that we have less number of people here, but we are recording this, so this will be on our website, and I hope people will be able to watch. So if you tell someone that what a wonderful talk they missed, maybe they'll be motivated to go there. Dr. Huck is our last speaker. He's going to introduce himself and talk about National Healthcare Day.
Thank you very much, everybody waiting. I know some of you may be waiting for a council meeting at 2 o'clock, but I promise I will be done quickly. Anybody here who doesn't know National Healthcare Day, I can explain. Is there anybody who doesn't know? Please raise your hand. Okay, good thing. So everybody knows that we are outreaching to United States, all the communities nationwide, so we can tell them we, the APNA, we are not sending back all the money to Pakistan for all the projects. We are working on many issues here. One of the things, if you see, is that every year we have been working with the team who helps us to arrange nationwide. Is enter? Where is the error? I'm sorry, I can't find. Okay, I got it. Thank you. All right. Now, these are the goals. That our goal is to help the people in this country. I know we have a lot of projects we are helping back home, But this is the project we try to help people here so we can provide some of the basic facilities. What are those? Flu shots, screening, and many of the other little things, whatever you can do, they are being done here. Now, this is the list of people who are ready for 2017. There are around 20 cities right now. Our goal is to go over 30. That is our plan is, and I'm very sure we will be talking to many other forums, especially Alaska Cruise, where we have over 300 people, and there will not be any option they can leave the room, so we'll force them to listen to this as well. Now, history, that's also important. Every president, regardless whoever is here, they help us. Mubashir, Nasser, and Sahil Chaudhary is very supportive. Anybody knows why I put this picture here? Because I knew Habib will have a shirt, I need to support him. So a reason to put this picture is we are champions. We are champions in cricket. Now we have to be champions in service, community service, and help other people. Now this is our team in Alabama. I want to make sure everybody know you don't have to have all the physicians. Many of the people in this picture, they are not physicians. Now this is not my selfie to show. Here is a setup, how we set up our National Healthcare Day. It's part of our free clinic. What Sajid was mentioning, we have a check-in place, we have physician, we had a team, we paid them. Actually, we paid from our own resources so they can come and help us in this National Healthcare Day. Now, our Birmingham Islamic Society, we collaborated with them. What they did was they had a fall festival. Fall festival, they arranged it, a lot of people showed up. We have flu shots over 130 or 140 people. So that was one reason it was very successful. I'm not sure there are other people. Lubna has also done a cricket game, and there was a cricket match, so she attracted many people as well. Now, this is which I do want to acknowledge Dr. Mubashir Rana. What happened? Okay. Here is a courtesy of Mubashir Rana donation to National Healthcare Day. We bought this wheel screener, and we are providing services to our patients to looking at their eyes. We give them a screening right away, and we are doing this in our free clinic, and we do it as well in our National Healthcare Day. And I'm sure all the presidents in the past, and especially Dr. Sajid Mahmood, has increased this year our funds for flu shots and t-shirts as well. So Dr. Sajid Chaudhary, Sajid Chaudhary. You'll take a credit. Now that is another picture. Now again, I do want to acknowledge Dr. Nasser Qureshi also. He also helped a lot, and it is very important that all of us, regardless we may have a different opinion, but all past presidents, I'm sure all future presidents will support this one. Now, I think Rehan arranged this, and he invited probably congressmen and senators in his area. Now, this is an example I want to give you. It is very important to look at this picture in the background. What you can do in National Healthcare Day. You can just set up a one chair, one table, ask people to come to you, check their blood pressure, that's fine. Check their blood glucose, that's fine. But who knows Dr. Kazim Hussain? Anybody knows here? Okay, there is one person. Actually, he is sitting here with his friend Peter here, if you don't know. What he did was, he's my friend, very close friend. Actually, we know each other so much we don't want to talk about it, I think. Now, we are friends since 1979, 1980. He said, you are arranging it, I will do one of the best healthcare National Care Day. He spent thousands and thousands of dollars from his pocket. He arranged a food for 500 people. He gave 300 flu shots from his own pocket. He gave 100 ultrasound from his own pocket. And he arranged, there was 100 something EKG. There were a lot of people, a lot of congressmen, a lot of mayors, they showed up. And he has a list of pictures, but I selected this one. This is another example. Now, am I asking you to do what Kazim did? No, I'm not asking you to do exactly, because he's so rich, he's filthy rich, he can do it. So he can do it, but everybody can't do it like that. Now, what I'm asking you to arrange a National Healthcare Day, just with one chair, one table, and go to mosque, temple, or anywhere. Have a blood pressure, just give a message of only one thing, that we are serving this community as well in USA. Now, media coverage is the one of the most important thing. If you arrange any event in this country, unless you have a media coverage, it's not known in this country. We had a very good discussion earlier, 11 o'clock, with Babar Chima and Chris Wharton, who was there. He was telling us that Muslim Americans for whatever, compassion and many other things. So one of the things is, unless you let the people know what you are doing, nobody will know it. So we are asking all National Healthcare Day sites to make sure they are talking in the media, there some people are listening to them, and I'm not sure I will be able to play this or not. It may play. So you need to talk to the people and let them know that what you are doing. I think it may play. So it's just a 1 minute now video.
How do you show love?
Why it's not showing?
No, I think it will be not shown.
It will now. Okay, so that's fine. We can stop it. This is,
Meantime, free flu
yeah.
shots, health screenings, and lab work were all offered today in Hoover. The Association of Physicians of
It won't.
Pakistani-descent of North America, or APNA, held its annual National Healthcare Day at the Hoover Crescent Islamic Center.
So this was the event we arranged in Hoover. It was in ABC.
Many people who don't have insurance, or they find it difficult to get an appointment to see a doctor. They say that free healthcare is their way of serving humanity.
We want to make sure our citizens, just like us, That's fine. What? as well, they know that we are part of. Oh, okay. We got it. Okay.
The event also featured some fun with games and food outside.
All right.
Average savings of $300
Okay, we can.
on
Well, thank you very much. Just go back in your communities, ask your people in the mosque and everywhere where you can go, and ask them to help you to arrange National Healthcare Day. Thank you.
Celebrity status. We have come to the end of the presentation section. I too want to acknowledge two of the past presidents who have been here throughout, Dr. Mubashir Rana and Dr. Mansoor Tariq. Thank you very much for your support, encouragement, and being here today. I see there are hands for questions. Dr. Saab.
graduate from college. He was the first one he gave me a check for $1,000. And a few days later he came and he says, and everybody called you uncle, uncle, I want to tell you something. What? You know, I have been looking for a business. I have been looking for a building for a business. If I wanted the building, I did not have the finances. And if I have the finances, I can't find a building. Since I gave you the $1,000, I got the business, I got the building. Everything has worked out. And a few months later, he come back, he say, uncle, I want to show you something else. He said, I had a dream that I want to drive a new car. Probably a little Chevy. So he said, why don't you come on? He had a convertible Mercedes. And say, you know, when they say that if you give something $1, you're going to be rewarded something. I think that was a perfect example. Very, very perfect example. With all these, I want you to do one more. And that is be in politics yourself. You are giving the time. And for a physician, there is not a single office that you want to run for which would give you enough money, but there are a lot of offices where you can run for and they make a big difference, and it would not take any more time than working on any hospital committee or working on any of the UPNA committee. And it will really give you a very, very high profile.
Thank you, Dr.
The smallest office that I could think of is if you're living in a city, you can work for a city, run for a city council, or if you're in a township, it would be trustee. It would not take much of a time, usually in the evening, a couple of meetings a month, but you would know everybody in the township.
Thank you, Dr. Thank you so much for the overview of the other projects, which are very meaningful and which are more than worth mentioning. If we were to talk about each one of them, it would probably take a whole day. That is so much that UPNA does. And I really appreciate your feedback as well. The general body meeting is starting right now at 2 p.m. So if there are any other questions in regard to any of the presentations of the projects that we talked about, we can adjourn. Are there any questions from the audience at this time? Yeah, Dr. Sajid Mahmood.
You mentioned about the different chapters which are partnering with Thank You Project. Are you still inviting others, or are you done with it? Because the reason I'm bringing up that you were there in Alliance meeting, and Sabah, my wife, she's Alliance president, she want to partner.
Yeah, so definitely our purpose for this is, initially we started this, we put this ad out at, and that first initial interest was till April, then we extended to June. We wanted to start the momentum, so momentum is already built up at this point. This project is not going to end till end of this year, inshallah. We just want as many people to get in. We have $50,000 matching fund. If that matching fund goes away, the project will still remain, but the matching fund would not come in. So the earlier people will get involved, it will be great.
So I'll have her be part.
Yes, please, she can call me and we can take care of this. Thank you.
So it looks like there are no other questions. Thank you so very much for your attendance, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.